It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Wizards in Washington. And guys, for the Wizards, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Already in this new year, we've seen several teams establish themselves as frontrunners. Shaq, how hard will it be for them to keep up the momentum?
Ernie, it's a long season. Injuries, trades, anything can happen. One more long. You just got to take care of your business. The rest takes care of itself.
Well, you know what? Every team does hit a rough patch in a long season. So how you respond is ultimately how you dictate your success.
Wow, okay, you sound like a politician over there.
Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Washington, the home of the Wizards, the Verizon Center. Well, for the Wizards, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Dallas Mavericks. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throw.
And that makes it hard. He's checked in for Gortat. Porter comes in for Jared Dudley. And Gary Neal subbed in for Bradley Beal. And then for Miami, Amare Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Freak subbed in for Goran Dragic. On the floor for Miami, Deng and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Winslow is out there with Freak. And it's Stoudemire in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And Wall. Here we go now. Baseline jumper. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Here's Freak. Neal pulls it in.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Charlie Villanueva's checked in for the Wizards. The Heat also changing it up. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Ish Smith in for Luol Deng.
Sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
For Washington, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
One of the worst in the league a season ago, just 72%.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Smith against Wall. And here's Neal outside. And it's Miami with the rebound. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
Wall against Smith. Wall's shot is off.
And even though it didn't go down, he did some nice work to get that inside.
Freak dishes to Stokes. Now here's Freak. D right on him. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 6 to shoot. Smith the pass to Freak. And not sure what he was thinking there.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, scrapping, Clark, for each and every rebound. They are not backing down.
Porter with the steal. Nene kicks to Wall. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Justice Winslow.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Teams making substitutions here. Washington leading now by 4. We've got Jared Dudley. Bradley Beal is out there with Gary Neal. Then it's Gortat, and it's Bowen in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Neal. 9-point game his last outing. Just 4 to shoot. And another miss by Washington.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Washington's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The pass to Beal. Lets the 3 fly. Beal with another miss.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And so it's Washington with it. They've led by as much as 10. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Gortat against Whiteside. Kicks to Beal. Shot clock at 6. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Remains Washington ball. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And he gets it to go. The Heat trail by 6. Freak dishes to Dang. There's Freak. Can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Dudley with it. He's picked up by Dang. The 19-foot shot. Dudley, no luck.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Dragic the pass to Freak. From 13. Rebounded by the Wizards. And Neal kicks to Dudley.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunity.
2 shots. That one misses.
Well, he's been having a great game at the line. He'd like to have that one back.
Beal against Dragic. Freak dishes to Dragic. Freak passes to Dragic. Left side Bosch. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Bosch has got his first 2 points of the night.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Jared Dudley. Last season's performance for him. Averaged 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Got a piece of it. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's 6 points for Marcin Gortat.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Freak kicks to Bosch. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
It's deflected. And Dragic with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. And now just a 2-point Wizards lead.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
Pass to Neal. From about 16. And it's Miami with the rebound. Freak's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Dragic. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Dragic has got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Gortat with a screen on Dragic. There's Neal with the 3. Can't hit. And it's Miami the other way. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Yeah, and for them that was a bit embarrassing. So expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Beal dishes to Neal. Gortat the pass to Dudley. From deep, Neal. Good. Neal's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Bosh can't get it to go. Washington's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Here's Neal. They set the pick. Pass to Beal. A 3-ball. Shot is off. And the first half comes.
Thank you, Kevin.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. There's 1:34 left in the third. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Freak in at shooting guard. He's out there with Smith. Stoudemire out there with Winslow. And it's Stokes into the 4 spot.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Washington.
I like the work they've done at the free throw line all throughout this game. They've been the aggressors.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And Villanueva kicks to Neal. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Neal's got his second bucket tonight.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Outside, Wall. He feeds it to Villanueva. It's deflected. They get it back. Goes up again, and the layup is up and in. Villanueva's got 5 points in the quarter.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Here's Wall. 29 seconds left to play in the third. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Chris Bosh is checked in for Stokes. There's 21 seconds left in the third. Here's Neal. Bosh grabs the miss. Bosh has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
7 seconds left in the third quarter. From deep, Wall, and the shot is good. Wall's got 7 points in the game.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girl.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like Nene, he's checked in for the Wizards. Porter comes in for Jared Dudley. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And Wall with the slam.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Pierre Jackson. Jared Dudley.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Freak missing. Now Porter. There's the dish to Jackson. And so it's Washington East.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself